season has just begun, Monday, January 29th. It's that time of year again to get organized and look ahead to filing such a wonderful form, the 1040, prior to April 15th. And now, with Donald Trump, the orange guy in the White House, slashing taxes for some and increasing taxes for others, it's really not a tax cut, it's a tax change. We have Carmela Walrond with us, tax attorney extraordinaire, to break it all down. Thank you, Carmela, for coming on the Brad and Squeeze show. So,
thank you for inviting me.
Question for you. W-2s and 1099s, when should people expect to receive them?
Are required by law to be mailed by January 31st.
Okay, so they should be getting them in the mail no later than the first week of February.
Correct.
So now when they get them, there's a whole new tax change. What should people be doing in preparation of this tax change? They're going to be getting their W-2s and 1099s if they haven't received them already, and they have to file their taxes by April 15th. What preparations should people be doing in lieu of what Donald Trump and the Republican Congress did in December?
Sure. New withholding tax tables came out in February, and actually February 15th is the deadline that employers are supposed to implement them. So what I would recommend all taxpayers is to contact their tax professionals and tax attorneys like myself to review their W-4 forms, and also have someone like me prepare your tax returns for 2017, so to make sure your estimated tax payments are calculated correctly for the upcoming 2018 tax season for next year, because the jobs. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Now you said 2018. You can't do anything about 2017. It is what it is. This is what you earned. Right. This is how you earned it, whether it was 1099 or as a corporation or as a W-2 employee. You know, it is what it is, and the tax cuts came and the tax changes came. What can people do if they're getting screwed in 2017? They say, wow, I'm paying more. Or, you know what, I should be paying substantially less, certainly, in 2018. What should people be doing in preparation for 2018?
Sure. It's like, for example, if they receive a paycheck from their employer, they may need to adjust their W-4 form. They need to change their withholdings to zero. And if they're self-employed, you may have to pay more estimated tax payments.
Why do you want to turn your withholdings to zero? That means they would be withholding less money, and then you're going to owe a tax bill at the end of the year? No, not necessarily. It's where the withholdings are higher for taxes from your paycheck. So when you file your taxes for the next year, you would pay enough taxes, and you may be eligible for a refund. I understand. I thought you meant zero as in don't withhold taxes. Okay.
No.
I just wanted to be clarified.
Yes.
So give me an example. Okay. Now there's tax structures, you know, especially if you're an independent contractor. You know, some people just get paid and they file that they're an independent contractor. Other people set up corporations. Tell us about the different tax structures and how you've changed people's business tax structures. People who are, you know, sole proprietors, they work for themselves, how you change their tax structure to help them.
Sure. With this new tax bill, they have something called 20% qualified business income, meaning that if you have a sole proprietorship, your S Corp or your partnership, you may be eligible for a 20% deduction on your business income when you file your taxes in 2018. So what I do in my office is I help create certain types of businesses, such as, for example, a partnership or LLC, meaning that the business itself is not taxed. It's taxed on your personal tax returns. So therefore, you're not paying taxes twice.
And this would
That's very important.
And this would go to basically anybody who doesn't get a W-2.
Correct. Like if you have your own business, you're self-employed, you may be eligible for this qualified business income, this 20% reduction in your business income next year. So it's very important to make sure your tax structure for your business is where you pay the least amount of taxes.
And what tips? Okay. All right. That's the tip for the business or the sole proprietor. What tips you got for families?
Oh, sure. For example, if you have a child who does not have a Social Security number, now is the best time to secure one, because starting next year, when you file your tax return and want to claim a child tax credit, the person must have a Social Security number in order to be eligible for the child tax credit.
So give me an example of how you've saved people money recently.
Oh, I mean, regarding offering compromise
Yes,
application.
you save people money all the time.
Yes, I do. I had a client that owed approximately $80,000 in taxes, and I recently got a settlement regarding his taxes for $2,000.
Oh my God! And
He was very, very pleased.
I assume he was very, very pleased.
Yes.
This is money he owed the IRS. He owed
Yes.
$80,000. Somebody else obviously did his tax returns. They owed $80,000. It came to Carmela. Carmela did
Yes.
her wizardry. It's not really wizardry. She follows the law. And as a result, the tax bill went from $80,000 to $3,000.
Yes.
Fantastic job, Carmela. Thank you for all the tips. Thank you for we got the applause. Thank you for all of the tips for the upcoming tax season. You have a lot more tips. There's a lot more changes going on in the tax bills. Everybody who has tax questions, anybody who needs their taxes done, who owes a tax bill even from this year or years past, give Carmela a call right now, 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-LAWLINK, 1-800-529-5465. Even though it's their busy season, she will definitely get back to you. 1-800-529-5465. Carmela Walrond, always a pleasure having you on The Brad and Squeeze Show. Tax attorney extraordinaire from the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, which is my law office as well.
Of course.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Brad.